All right, so let's talk about some Mass Effect now. You know, I'm a big Mass Effect fanboy. As John has pointed out, I like to always mention Mass Effect on every single podcast, basically. I always find a way to talk about it. This is actually pretty cool news. It gets me really, really pumped up. So this is per Jeff Grubb, who's a very notable insider within the gaming space. You know, him, Jason Schreier, Andy Robinson are like three of the top here. Jeff Grubb recently pointed out that there was a job listing from EA that is looking for a Mass Effect tech director who has experienced an Unreal Engine. And then Jeff then followed up saying, I've confirmed that the studio is strongly considering Unreal for Mass Effect 5. EA and BioWare are really considering all possibilities for Mass Effect 5, and a tech director to oversee this process is very important. The company wants to embrace next-gen visual tech, and by 2023, when Mass Effect development starts in full circle, Frostbite could be far behind Unreal. So while Unreal is a strong possibility, it's also possible that BioWare could be looking at Unreal to inform what it needs in Frostbite if it was to stick with EA's in-house tools. But in that process, it seems likely that developers will probably just want to stick with Unreal. And he also threw in a little extra tidbit that Dragon Age 4 is expected to release in 2023. So Zach, you know, you're a Mass Effect fan, you're a Dragon Age fan. You know, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. Dragon Age is cool, but I'm not as big of a Dragon Age fan like you. You know, first, what's your thoughts on Dragon Age 4? You know, being released in 2023. There was another tidbit as well from another insider that followed up with Jeff saying that Dragon Age 4 will be built in Frostbite. And what's your thoughts on Mass Effect being built in the Unreal Engine 5? And what do you think that could possibly do for the series and maybe take it to the next level?
I mean, Mass Effect being made in the Unreal Engine 5 would be fantastic. It would give it that nice, sharper look that we've probably needed in something like that. Because, I mean, though the graphics for Mass Effect aren't bad at all, you could definitely see a significant dating of the engine. Because wasn't Andromeda built on the Frostbite?
I believe so, yeah.
So you can see a sort of significant dating of Mass Effect 3. We all very enjoyed the engine they used then versus the Frostbite one. I mean, it did look more close to current graphics and everything, but we saw the facial features. All the fun stuff. So Frostbite was definitely not the best. So the fact that they're considering using Unreal, which is safely tested, so many developers use Unreal nowadays that honestly, we could never see a new Quake or Unreal Tournament, and they'd still make money just from people using their engine.
Right.
So, I mean, no, if Mass Effect was built on that engine, it would look fantastic. Would definitely look sharper, give it that more clean look and everything we would want to expect from pretty much just a cinematic Mass Effect.
Yeah, and I will say with where Mass Effect is right now, before they'll release the Legendary Edition, I feel like you can agree with me as well as the rest of the fandom. Mass Effect is was in a very delicate spot, right? Because Andromeda flopped so hard. Legendary Edition came out, very well received. You know, as we've reported before, did well above their expectations, and it's put Mass Effect back into people's front of their minds and stuff. You know, and it's kind of giving some more hope and life to Mass Effect because of how much quality of life Mass Effect Legendary Edition brought, because it brought a lot. So now going into the next game, even though we have this great improvement with Legendary Edition, it still feels like we're in that delicate stage, because it's like, yeah, I mean, you would really had to actively work to fuck those 3 games up. I mean, let's be real. You would have had to actually try to do that. Now going into a brand new game, it's like, please don't give us another Andromeda. That's just what we don't. So it being built in Unreal Engine, I think, could really give it the shot in the arm it needs. But hey, he also did point out that this could just be them wanting to see what their Frostbite needs, and they just want to stick with in-house. But if developers really push for Unreal Engine, we may get Unreal Engine, who knows. But Dragon Age, though, that's going to be built still with Frostbite. That just pretty much seems to be confirmed, per insiders, with that 2023 release. I mean, what's your thought? You're more of a Dragon Age fan than me, by a mile. So what's your thoughts on it still being with the Frostbite?
I mean, it could be interesting. Inquisition, which I'm pretty sure was on Frostbite, it didn't look bad. I was happy with it. Everything looked good. But I feel like the main thing here is that Dragon Age is that fantasy theme, so it sort of has that grittier look.
Right.
And so it sort of fits it better. And then I guess at the time, whatever they did with it didn't completely jack up facial expressions either. So
True.
So, I mean, it might be okay, because Frostbite engine has been updated since then with things and whatnot. Still feel like it's a bit of an older engine to me personally, but I don't know the ins and outs of it. It may be perfectly fine, and just my little knowledge I know just from seeing actual games built with it, and not actually knowing how the tools work. So, I mean, it could be fine. It could look great just because it is that fantasy setting and sort of usually has that dark, grittier look in the Dragon Age series. Mm-hmm. I would just need to really know more once we see actual in-engine gameplay versus the little few trailers we've seen.
Right. I will also say as well with the Mass Effect thing, I did see when I saw Jeff, or I think it was another insider that it was just Jeff talking about the 2023 full development on Mass Effect. I did see some people kind of bitching about that because initially they were just like when is the game going to come out in 2024, 2025, and Jeff's like, lol, no, like not even close. And then I saw other people bitching. It's like, oh, wow, announced in 2020, and it's not even going to start full development until 2023. Yo, shut the fuck up. Please, BioWare, take all the time you need on this. I hold this franchise too close to my heart. Don't give us another Andromeda. In my mind, and I feel like a lot of diehard fans, take all the time you need. I feel like pretty much any kind of diehard fan of any game or any franchise is going to be on the side of take your time. We want our games to be absolutely phenomenal. So we don't want a rushed product because then you'll get Cyberpunk or Cyberfuck 2077, and we don't want that.